Amoranya Magsina and I am here to
Different
present
types of connectors. DB type connectors. The first one is DB9. The term DB9 refers to a common connector type. DB9 has the smallest footprint of the D sub-miniature connectors and houses 9 pins for the male connector or 9 holes for the female connector. The second one is the DB15. DB15 connectors are most commonly known as VGA D-subs and provide data flow to monitors, but it can also be used in many other applications, particularly in industrial and medical segments. The D-shaped shell provides automatic polarization as it only fits one way. The third is DB25. A DB25 connector is an established parallel port connection in computers, often referred to as a printer port. These 25-pin D-subs offer rugged connections of peripheral and have excellent shock and vibration resistance. The next one is the DB37. DB37 connectors are used primarily for analog inputs on our input expansion boards. They are sub-miniature D connectors with 37 pins in 2 rows. The last one is the DB50. A DB50 is a small computer system interface application connector with 50 pins arranged in 3 rows. One row sits above another as follows. Top row 17 pins, middle row 16 pins, lower row 17 pins. Centronic connectors. Centronic 36 male Telco 36, designed to connect parallel devices with different connections. It can be connected to the female DB25 to male Centronics. The second one is Centronics 36. Or female Telco 36. These 36-pin female crimped Centronics connectors are used to terminate the connection type of flat ribbon cable. They can easily be used to make a custom length cable as well as create a custom pin out, creating a durable connection for applications. These connectors are made with high-quality materials to ensure durability and a long life. The third one is Centronics 50 male. Centronics 50 connectors are composed of 50 pins arranged in 2 rows of 25 and are typically used with SCSI1 devices such as scanners or storage. This connector is held to the port with bail locks. And the last one is the MDR36 male IEEE1284. The Centronics 36-pin connector is arranged in 2 rows of pins, each with 18 contacts. The connector is held in place by bail hooks. The 36-pin connector is often used for parallel applications, especially for printers. It is also referred to as an IEEE1284 type B connectors. HD type connectors. HD15 pin 1. The HD15 is a high-density DB style connector, so it can also be called an HD DB15. The second one is HD15. A HD15 connector has 15 pins arranged in 3 rows. Each row has 5 pins. The HD15 is a high-density DB style connector, so it can also be called an HD DB15. The third one is the HD15 pin video. The HD15 is a high-density DB style connector, so it can also be called an DB15. Another popular name is VGA connector, although it's used in a video application that support much higher resolutions. And the last one is the HDI 30-pin male. A docking adapter includes a male HDI 30-pin type connector for connecting to a PowerBook portable computer. USB connectors. USB Type A. The common use USB plug and socket. Type A is the port on the computer or the host. The ports on the peripheral or mobile devices are Type B. Mini USB, Micro USB, or Lite. USB Type B. Type B ports are found on USB hubs, printers, scanners, and other peripheral devices. Modular connectors. The first one is RJ11 4-wire. RJ11 is the standard connector utilized on 2-pair or 4-wire telephone wiring. RJ stands for register jack, a physical connector interface. The second one is RJ12 6-wire. RJ12 is a 6P6C wiring standard. This means that there are also 6 wires that are terminated in the connector, occupying all the available slots. And the third one is RJ45 8-wire. A register jack 45 port is a jack port often found on computers, network routers, switches, and hubs. It is commonly used for an Ethernet. RJ11 468 wiring. RJ11 is the standard connector utilized on 2-pair or 4-wire telephone wiring. RJ stands for register jack, a physical connector interface most often used for telephone wire terminals. And the last one is the MMJ. The meaning of MMJ is the modified modular jack is a small form factor serial port connector developed by DEC. SCSI connectors. The first one is the SCSI1 male Telco or Centronics 50. The most common connector for the SCSI connector is the Centronics 50 or Telco 50. The second one is the SCSI2 male or mini D50 or micro DB50. SCSI2 is the second version of SCSI. SCSI stands for Short or Small Computer System Interface and is most commonly pronounced as SCSI. It is a commonly used interface for these drives first introduced in the mid-1980s. And the last one is the SCS13 or male micro DB68. SCSI3 cables from Elcom are manufactured to make or exceed SCS1 SI standards. Connectors are half-pitch, 68 position male on both ends with rug molded backshells. Feature double-sided cable. Twisted cable reduces crosstalk. DIN type connectors. 4-pin mini DIN female. The 4-pin mini DIN connector is the proper name for what is commonly referenced as a S-video connector. The connector has 4 pins arranged in 2 rows. The second one is the 5-pin DIN female. The 5-pin DIN connector has 5 pins that arrange in circular pattern. This type of connector was commonly used for older style computer keyboards. The third one is the 6-pin mini DIN female. 6-pin mini DIN connector are frequently used in home radio applications to interface with computers for the data packet communications and radio programming. And the last one is the 8-pin mini DIN female. The 8-pin female DIN connector is a replacement part for your damaged or cracked factory female cable. Fiber connectors. The first one is the SMA905. SMA905 are the most commonly used with multi-mode fibers, have a stainless steel ferrule design, one of the most fiber optics interconnect system. The second one is the SMA906. SMA906 also have stainless ferrule, designed with 0.9 or 3.0 mm boots and features a precision stainless steel ferrule for superior performance. The third one is the ST. An optical fiber connector terminates the end of an optical fiber and enables quicker connection and disconnection than splicing. The connectors mechanically couple align the cores of fibers so light can pass. Better connectors lose very little light due to reflection of misalignment of the fibers. The fourth one is the SC. SC abbreviated for subscriber connector, has also been referred to as a square connector or standard connector. It's popular fiber optic connector due to its low cost, durability, and simple installation for both point-to-point and passive optical networking. And the last one is the MTRJ. MTRJ stands for Mechanical Transfer Resistor Jack. MTRJ is the fiber optic cable connector that is very popular for small form factor devices due to its small size. This connector is like a resemble of the RJ45 connector used in Ethernet networks. V-type connectors. The first one is V24. V24 is a specification that defines the signal functions. ISS 02110 defines the pinout for a DB25 V.24, was found in many areas from computer to the remote terminals and many more. The second one is the V35. Basically, V.35 is a high-speed serial interface designed to support both higher data rates connectivity. And the last one is the MR50 Winchester. Winchester Interconnect is the global leader in the design and manufacture of cables, connectors, and custom interconnect solutions. Coax and Pinax connectors. The first one is the TNC. The interface specification for the TNC and many other connectors are referenced in MILO STD348. The connectors has a 50 impedance and operates best in the 0 to 11 GHz frequency spectrum. The second one is the BNC. The BNC connector is a miniature quick connect and disconnect radio frequency connector used for coaxial cable. The third one is Twinax. Twinax is a type of a cable similar to coaxial cable, but 2 inner conductors instead of 1. Due to cost efficiency, it is becoming common in modern, very short-range, high-speed differential signaling applications. The fourth one is the F-type coax. The F connector is a coaxial RF connector commonly used for over-air terrestrial television cable and universally for satellite TV and cable modems. The last one is the N-type coax. The N connector is threaded weatherproof medium-sized RF connector used to join coaxial cables. It was one of the first connectors that is capable of carrying microwave frequency signals and was invented in the 1940s by Paul Neal of Bell Labs. Miscellaneous connectors. The first one is the IEEE E480. It's a short-range digital communication 8-bit parallel multi-master interface bus connection. The second one is the utility. It used to connect wireless equipment. The third one is current loop. Current loop interface that uses current instead voltage for signaling. The fourth one is the data connector. A data connector is a process that moves data from database to another. Often, this process is allowed for filtering the data into a proper format and to secure the purpose of querying and analysis. The fifth one is the SDN. A shielded data link connector is a type of electrical connector in which the signal pins are surrounded by metal shield. The sixth one is AAUI. It's a mechanical redesign by Apple used to connect Ethernet computer equipment. And the last one is the IEC connector. An IEC connector refers to a type of electronic cable that meets the International Electronical Commission. The main purpose of this cable is to attach an electronic appliance to its power source. Thank you for watching. This is prepared by Roan Magsino from BSID TV.